Hey Scott, good morning. It's just your neighborhood deer that you, in your genius mind, fed oranges the day before. Well, it's not even daylight yet, and this is Missouri, and they decided to show back up and say, hey bro, how about some acorns? So this place I'm going today in Iowa near Dundee, I've got to go through Cedar Rapids to get there. But it is called Backbone State Park, and and I don't know how I found it. I think it was just kind of on the way. It is the highest peak in Iowa. So the highest peak in Iowa. 37,000 people in Cedar Rapids. Most notable was Herbert Hoover was born near here, but not in Cedar Rapids, but everybody kind of claims Herbert Hoover is from Cedar Rapids. Says they're most known for manufacturing and art. So there are two different really good museums in Cedar Rapids. So 137,000 people. Not really a major interstate. I'm on 380 north, going, I guess, around Cedar Rapids. But there's what you learned on this day about Cedar Rapids. No rapids, though. While I think about it, that was an ode to you, Monty. That was a drive-by touristing of Cedar Rapids, Iowa. This is where it starts to get a little weird for me, is that I'm in Iowa and this joint is only open part of the year because I guess it snows and stuff, so there's no concrete pads or anything like that. You just kind of pull up in the grass and do some camping. I had to go get my e-bike off because I needed to get some wood, and the wood is not in the campsite. It is kind of down the road at a guy's trailer, just like in the front yard. But some things that are really sort of irritating, and I've started to read about them, and this vehicle does not have a camping feature, which means every time you open a door, the entire infotainment system starts up. It's called the PIVI system, and your screen comes on, all the lights come on, and there's no way to turn them off. So if you are camping and you open your vehicle 10 to 15 times, you get a low battery alert, which says, please start your vehicle, your battery's dead, or your battery is about to go dead. Now, I've got jumper systems and extra batteries and all that sort of stuff, but you would think that with a vehicle like this and its capabilities, that they would have some opportunity to turn that off. And before anybody says, well, just leave the doors open, I'm not doing that. The second thing is, the only way to disable the PIVI system is to remove fuse number 51. Now, I'm not digging around in my fuses just to make that infotainment system stop. So if LandRover could send out a patch for this, it would be really amazing, because the last thing that I or anybody wants to see when they're out of touch or out of range is that you've got a low battery, so don't open your doors. You guys need to fix that. I'm in Iowa and I just had to put on this because it's cold. It's in the 50s. It's a beautiful night though. It's absolutely gorgeous. So it was an overall good night. It was an easy night. Had a decent shower. Wanted to bug out of there for a little bit. This town is really small, really nice, beautiful day. Lot of trucks. Corn. So I left Dundee, Iowa in the dust. I left Dundee, Iowa in the corn, I should say, because there is a lot of corn in Iowa. You wonder where all of your corn chips are made? Probably here. I'm gonna go to Austin, Minnesota today, and the only reason Austin is on the way to Albert Lee, Minnesota, which is where I'm staying tonight, at Meyer Big Island Campground. It's a campground that's supposed to be on an island in the middle of some water. So that's where I'm heading tonight. But for right now, I'm gonna go 22 miles off the route, because I'm going to the Spam Museum. I love Spam so much that I'm going to its museum. The Spam Museum is free. I mean, totally free. It was pretty cool. They had this lady walk. I love this. Look at that big thing. Who didn't want that in their house? I want to see if that will fit in my Defender. Doubtful. This is recipes. And you can have it email you a recipe. But I didn't have any Spam. Of course I went for Americano. Spam and eggs. Of course. They had a lady walking around giving free samples, but she called them Spamples. And they were teriyaki, and I had about 72 of them. They were ready for me to leave the Spam Museum. What an awesome little free thing. The little pigs out there. I would love if it was called like the House of Spam. The Spam House. This is that long part of the trip that's boring but necessary. It's corn and flat roads, decent music. It's not the kind of scenery that makes you pull over for a photo every 2 seconds. It's just the kind that makes you wonder what the hell you're doing. I think every journey has its filler episodes, and those are those long stretches between somewhere and somewhere better. That's what this is. It's a straight line towards something I can't name quite yet. The point of this trip isn't even here. It's the Arctic Ocean. It's that thin, frozen edge of the map that I've been staring at for a long time. That's the destination, sure. But the real reason I'm doing this, I don't even know yet. The awakening, or whatever you want to call it, is out there, and it's way far in the distance. It's hiding behind thousands of miles of asphalt in absolute silence, and I don't even know it's coming. I'll be halfway through a tank of gas and a bag of jerky before it really smacks me in the face. The funny thing about being alone this long is how it changes what you see. The world really slows down. You start to notice small stuff, the way the light hits this field, and the rhythm of the wipers when it rains, and the sound of the gravel when you pull off to get some gas. It's boring, but it's honest, and it's a reset before the storm, the quiet before the mountains, and it's that stretch of nothing that somehow turns you into something else.